All right, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to show you how to divide fractions as well as mixed numbers. With division, it's very similar to multiplication. We just have one extra step that we have to do. So the first thing whenever you're looking at a problem is you want to check to see if there are any mixed numbers. If there are mixed numbers, you're going to want to go ahead and change them into improper fractions. Once you do that, then you're going to have to change your problem so that it's showing as multiplication. And in order to do that, you're going to keep the first number the same. You're going to change your division sign to a multiplication symbol, and then you're going to flip your second fraction, and that's called finding the reciprocal. That's when you take the denominator and exchange it for the numerator. Once you do that, you check to see if you can simplify any numerator or denominator combination, and then you can multiply numerator times numerator and then denominator times denominator. So let's take a look at the first problem. We've got 7/8 divided by 3/6. Luckily for us in this problem, there are no mixed numbers, so we don't have to change those. The second step is we want to make sure that we change this into a multiplication problem. So we're going to take 7/8 and we're going to keep that the same. We're going to change our division symbol into a multiplication symbol. And then we're going to flip 3/6 for its reciprocal, and that changes it to 6/3. So all we did was switch spots in that. Because we did that, that's what allows us to do our multiplication. Now I'm going to check to see if I can simplify anywhere. I can't do 7 and 8. I can do the 6 and the 3, or I could do the 6 and the 8. Doesn't really matter. For me, I think I'm going to do the 6 and the 8. The 6 and the 3. I know that 3 can go into 3 once, and 3 can go into 6 2 times. I'm looking for other combinations, and I actually see that we could do the 2 and the 8. 2 can go into 2 once, and 2 can go into 8 4 times. I don't see any other combinations, so 7 times 1 is 7. And 4 times 1 is 4. Now with this, we do have an improper fraction. We want to change it back into a mixed number. 4 can go into 7 one time. You end up with 3 left over as your remainder. And then 4 is what our denominator is, so we want to keep that the same. So we end up with 1 3/4. Looking at this next problem, we don't have any mixed numbers. However, we do have a whole number, and that whole number, we do want to make sure we put that over 1. Now I can go ahead and change my division into multiplication and flip my second number. So 4/5 will stay as 4/5. Changing division to multiplication, and 2/1 now becomes 1/2. Looking for combinations, I could do the 2 and the 4. 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 can go into 4 twice. There aren't any other combinations. 2 times 1 is 2, and 5 times 1 is 5. So we end up with 2/5 as our answer. For this last one, we actually have 2 mixed numbers. So we're going to have to change both of these into improper fractions. 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 plus 2 more gives us 14. And I'm going to write that over 4. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 more gives us 9. And I'm going to write that over 2. Now, the reason I put this one on this side is because I have to remember that I'm going to have to flip that. So division turns into multiplication, and then I need to flip 9/2 to 2/9. Looking for combinations, I could do the 2 and the 4. 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 4 twice. I also can do the 2 and the 14. 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 14 7 times. There aren't any other combinations. 7 times 1 is 7, and 1 times 9 is 9. So our answer is 7/9. So division is basically like multiplication. The only way that we can make it a multiplication problem is if we take the reciprocal of our second fraction. Then we can follow everything else just like we did with the multiplication rules. Always make sure that you check to see that your answer can't be simplified any further.